Hi, and it is the feast of St. Peter and St. Paul. And the question that I have for all of you and for all of us to really ponder this weekend as we listen to the readings is the question that Jesus asked his disciples when he was walking with them. And the question is, who am I? We know that they had all different responses, and Peter had the response that surprised Jesus the most. He said, "You are the Christ, the living God, the one who has come down to save us." And that's really what this weekend is all about, of celebrating. You think of people that are larger than life in our world today, how we want to emulate them, how we look up to them. People like a Bill Gates or a Mother Teresa or a Desmond Tutu, who have done extraordinary things in this world and continue to do if they're still living. And yet that's what today is all about as we celebrate these two great men of our Christian faith, two great disciples, people that truly took the yoke of Jesus on them and lived their lives accordingly. Two people that probably by personality alone were polar opposites, and yet God used both of them in extraordinary ways. One of them, Peter, knew Jesus intimately, ate with him, walked with him, watched him teach, watched him perform miracles. Even at his weakest moment, denied who Jesus was in his life and was so ashamed for that. And yet Jesus still put faith in him to be the rock of his church, the one that he wanted to build the church of Christ on. Paul, who had never met Jesus, had a miraculous encounter with Jesus that changed his life and became so zealous in his message that he went all over and started Christian communities all over, not giving a thought to himself. Interestingly enough, both men died in the same year. They were both martyred for their faith, both in Rome. Peter, who was crucified upside down, and Paul, who was beheaded. But even more important, when we ask the question, who am I? We need to ask that question about ourselves. Hopefully we can say we are people that are trying to be the best disciples that we can be, because we can look great on the outside. We can be coming to church all the time. We can be saying our prayers. We can be spiritual people. But how is that changing our hearts? How is that making us people that Christ wants us to be? Are we submitting our lives every day and asking Jesus to come into our lives and change us? That's the question that we need to ponder. And so I invite you to come and be part of Church of the Nativity, a stewardship parish here in little old Milton Park, New Jersey, a place where we welcome everyone, and we want you to join us on whatever part of the journey you're on, because together we can become great disciples of Christ. God bless you.